This is not the Colorado I expected to see. That doesn't make it any less beautiful. I'm in Pike National Forest at around 9,000 feet of elevation. Not very high by Colorado standards, though in my home state of Oregon, there are very few places you can get even this far above sea level. It's kind of funny that here, at 9,000 feet, is where I came to recover from a run-in with altitude sickness. Last night, I arrived in the Colorado mountains after a 2-day drive from Eugene, Oregon. My campsite, at 11,200 feet, was actually at the bottom of the mountain trail I intended to drive and film today, which would have soared up to nearly 13,000 feet. I quickly learned, however, that ascending from sea level to 11,000 feet in just 2 days is not a good idea. I have 3 days before I need to get set up at Overland Expo Mountain West, so after a couple hours of additional map study, I headed off towards relatively low elevation by Colorado standards. No idea what to expect, but by pure luck, my route down here took me right past the ranger station for this district, where a super helpful and knowledgeable staffer had some suggestions for areas that would suit my style of exploration without excessive elevation gain. Paused here above this small lake. It's a man-made reservoir, and apparently when it was dammed, it pushed the water up to a new fissure in the rocks, creating that waterfall we saw at the beginning. I probably would have missed this dirt road wrapping around the back side of the reservoir and heading off into lesser traveled areas, but it's immediately both beautiful and deserted, so I'm very grateful for the guidance I received at the ranger station. Already stumbled across so many campsites. I was like taking note of them for a while, but eventually I just stopped because there's campsites everywhere, nice campsites, and I have not seen a soul. Once I got away from that little reservoir right at the beginning, I have seen nobody out here. I mean, it is a Monday, and that's great. I'm sure that I'm seeing less people than I would be if I was up on the mountaintops where I was planning to be. I do keep running into some foot traffic though.
just wandering in the purest sense of the word. When I get to an intersection, I look and see what kind of seems more interesting, or what seems to be roughly going in the right direction, kind of working my way south through this valley, just kind of going along. Now I've got the paper map that they gave me at the ranger station. I don't have map data downloaded for where I am, and so I can't see super well in Gaia where exactly I am. I can see kind of roughly, but it's okay. I don't think I can get lost in here. The whole area is kind of penned in, and I'm just gonna see what I find. Say, oh. At the ranger station definitely knew her stuff. She had marked that exact spot on the map and said might be a little more gnarly here. Somebody rolled a side-by-side there not long ago. Just can't get over driving into these stands of aspen. It's just so cool.
I also love breaking out of the forest into these lovely open meadows, each one revealing a new vista of these intriguing little mountains. It's getting late in the day, and now I'm actively looking for someplace to camp. I'm trying to get over towards an area I spotted in the distance that looks like it might be right up my alley. This shift in the soil color looks promising, and I think I'm getting closer. More and more rock formations are emerging out of the forest, eventually giving way to dramatic cliffs overlooking the valley. Poking down numerous side trails spurring off the road, I'm starting to encounter campsites tucked into the trees and rocks, and after investigating multiple really cool spots, I've stumbled upon an amazing campsite that I immediately know is the one.
Well, after what was a long and sort of emotionally difficult day, I have found a campsite for tonight I'm happy with. I found a number of interesting campsites actually, all of them vacant on a Monday night. But this one takes it for me. Let me show you around. So I got some nice rock formations here. There's actually another like big tall rock formation thing there, which you can't see against the setting sun. Lovely spot with little trees and granite boulders. We've got a little grove of young aspens here. But the best part, I can't run, not at this elevation. Now, if that is not the perfect spot to sit and have a campfire, they are still permitted here in this forest, but I'm not going to burn anything. I do have the propane fire pit. Maybe we'll give that a try. Nice little spot. Let's get camp set up.
As I'm getting camp set up, a bit of motion catches my eye.
There's just nothing to give you a sense of scale of how small that bunny is. It's like, I don't know, 8 inches at most, 6-8 inches. It's teeny tiny. The squirrels in my backyard are twice as big.
With the sun dropping behind the hills, the temperature has dropped as well, and I'm trying my new Tacticool propane fire pit for the first time. I'm nowhere near where I expected to be in Colorado tonight, but I'm immensely grateful to have found such a beautiful and interesting area to explore at an elevation I could tolerate, and thoroughly enjoyed my day in Pike National Forest. Tomorrow, I'll head in a new direction and see what else I can find. Subscribe now so you don't miss any of my unexpected Colorado adventures, and thank you for watching.